Wow. Mayor Pete, how are you?
Good.
Thanks for joining us. How did you feel your night went?
Great. I thought we had a chance to really lay out why my vision and our idea is different. Why it's not just about the technical specs of our plans. It's about how we're actually going to make sure any of our plans get done. And from climate to Medicare, as I propose Medicare for all who want it, to education, it's an opportunity to lay out what it's going to take to have ideas that are bold enough to actually meet the challenge that we have and can be unifying at a time when our country is dangerously divided.
Is it fair to say that you're sharpening your message to sort of differentiate yourself in the sense that you think there are some candidates out there that shared the stage with you tonight whose plans are unattainable?
Well, it's no question that my vision is different. It's not just about what's attainable, it's about what the right policy is. So I view it differently from certainly Senators Sanders and Warren, who think that we can just throw the switch on this big part of the American economy with health care. I think it's much better to trust Americans to make that decision for themselves, and have other differences with some of the other candidates. But the most important thing, I think, is how do we actually get something done? Because some of these the conversation about gun control could have been the same as the one they were having when I was in high school, when the Columbine High School shooting happened. So it's not just a question of who's got the most clever ideas. It's how are we actually going to cut through this Washington mindset and make something happen?
You're promising voters you're going to be a unifier. But even in your own city of South Bend, you've had trouble unifying the community there, whether it be with race issues or issues with the police. Why should voters believe that you can do that for the country when we are so divided right now?
Well, we are certainly a divided country, and our city has confronted these issues together. It's not perfect, but we take every step that we can to lift one another up, and that's what we got to do nationally as well. We cannot go on like this. And defeating this president and unifying the country, that doesn't mean watering down our values or pretending to be more conservative than we are. It means making sure our solutions speak to the actual issues that are facing people in their lives. People watching the debate tonight saying, what is any of this going to do for my bottom line? Is this going to affect my life, or is it just more of the show?
Devin Dwyer's been on the campaign trail for us. He's got some questions for you.
At the debates. Welcome to the spin room. This is your first time after here at the third debate. I wanted to ask you about electability. I've been traveling around to swing districts, all different parts of the country. Spent a lot of time here in the suburbs. People want, as you know, somebody that can beat Donald Trump. All of these polls have you pretty far down on the electability factor. How do you pierce that? How do you break through and prove to people that you can actually beat them?
Well, electability is one of the main reasons I think people should support me. Look, every time Democrats have won, not just in my lifetime, but we're going to get out there and campaign. I mean, look, the best way that you can demonstrate you're electable is to win somewhere, and that's what we're seeking to do in the early states. But also, think about this. Every single time the Democratic Party has won, not just my lifetime, in the last 50 years, it's been with somebody who came from outside Washington and somebody who represented a new generation and a different set of ideas. By contrast, every time we've tried to go with the safe choice, the establishment choice, somebody who's been in Washington for a long time, every single time we have come up short.
Mayor Pete, let me ask you a question. I've done this when I've run for office. You always meet one person who tells you something and makes you think again and rethink what you used to have as a position, whether it's on any policy. Who along this campaign trail, any part, doesn't have to be Iowa, New Hampshire, you've met and they've told you something so powerful about their own experiences that makes you rethink a certain policy, whether it's on health care or a way you've approached a subject or a background. That story or that argument, mainly a story, changes the way you think of something. Have you met that person yet?
You know, the great thing about campaigning is every day you meet different kinds of people.
You lose 20 pounds also while you do it. That's another great thing.
I'm actually losing weight because most of my meals are in vehicles now instead of sitting at a table. But yeah, you meet people who challenge your ideas all the time. That's the beauty of it. But the main thing is, I think I'm being challenged in this idea that we are incapable of reaching across the aisle or reaching out to others. Look, some people are just going to support this president no matter what. Fine. But so many people come to my events lately who say, look, I'm a Republican. I've always voted Republican, but I'm drawn to your campaign. And part of me is thinking, did you see the speech? Because I made a pretty strong case for a lot of progressive ideas. But look, the world's not divided into good people or bad people or people who are permanently on one side of the aisle and the other. It's about what leadership can draw out of us. And I see a huge opportunity. Without watering down our values or pretending to be anything we're not, I see a huge opportunity to build a working American majority around the issues we need to tackle, from immigration to gun violence to wages.
Mayor Pete, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. Good luck in the spin room. There's a lot of reporters out there.
Thank you. Good to be with you. Great seeing you.
Nice
to see you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.